Hello again. Just wanted to talk to you for a little bit about what it's like to be a published author and to let you know to be careful when you are getting ready to publish your books. I won't say what the publishing company was or who they were, but the first time out I got burnt and got burnt pretty badly. Um, the company is a U.S. company, and it took me going outside the U.S. to find a good publishing company. I'm now with Titan Publishing, and so far it has really been a blessing to be uh, with them and to work with them. I've met some really good friends. They are out of England, and I am enjoying their friendship and their expertise in what they are doing. They know what they're doing. They know how uh, to get the books out there and get them published and to do them right. And I really appreciate that. So, uh, to go on with that, the first book that I put out was Standing in the Eye of the Storm. I do have two books out now. Um, both are part of a series, and I'm hoping to have a third in that series. I am now working on a third. It's called the Everyday Heroes series, and it is called Fire Chaser. And I'm hoping to have it out soon. But to let you know, being an indie author is not the simplest thing in the world. It's easier to get published. It's just not as easy to get out in front of a lot of people. It's kind of like playing roulette or a crapshoot. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it takes a little longer for people to catch on what you're doing. It's been 2 years since the first one came out. The second one has been out since September, October this past year, and I'm just hoping the right person picks it up. I think eventually they will. Both books that are out right now are faith-based. I don't know what the third one is going to end up being. For the most part, I think it's just a classic love story. But to go on from there, it takes a lot to get a novel put together, and it does take time. It wasn't a short-term thing, and I'm not a very patient person. I'll be honest with you on that. I came into the world 2 months early, so telling me to be patient is not the most effective thing in the world. When it comes down to it, probably the best bet for you to do is to have your book written before you go to a publisher. I was almost finished when I went, but I wished I'd had it complete and actually had someone that could proofread it. I'm not a person that's really groomed in grammar. Uh, I never was an English major, and I think sometimes it takes a lot for people to go through and pick apart something that you've written. Being an indie author, though, gives you a lot of freedom as far as being able to be true to your story, where I got caught up in the first publisher wanting me to change my storyline because of the age that was depicted in the story. The second one they wouldn't touch at all because it dealt with underage sexual, mental, and physical abuse. And as I had told them, it's not something that was any different from what was ever seen on television. It is a dark tale, but then true life isn't always the most blessed and pure thing in the world. What was funny is these people were actually a sister company to another company that has released some pretty erotic books. I never thought I would come up against something like that. I ended up having to go through an entertainment lawyer to find out what my rights were, what their rights were, what it could cost me if something happened. if these books were put into someone else's hands, that in this day and time, a lot of people get sue happy. All I wanted were these stories to be out and to raise awareness of what it's like for someone to live through abuse. When I got started, I was lucky enough to have a few friends that were willing to take a chance on having me in their business. Miss Lori at the Tea Caddy in Jackson, Ohio, was kind enough to allow me to have my first book signing there at her facility, and she is a very gracious host. Love her dearly. She is a very, very religious and pleasant lady. Has a very nice business. Takes it very seriously, and she has a good Christian business. Sells wonderful, wonderful goods. The other one that I wanted to mention is Wesley Smith. He is the gentleman that shot my picture for my photographer's headshot, and he done a wonderful job. Would have liked to have included it on the back of my book, but seeing as that there's not a lot of room, that didn't happen, but I intend on trying to do that in a further publication, and he was mentioned in the acknowledgments page of Stealing the Thunder. Some of the others that I'd like to mention is Elizabeth's Flowers in Jackson, Ohio. She has a floral shop. She does carry my books, and so does Heaven Bound here in Jackson, Ohio. They have been very gracious. A couple of my indie author friends that have books out, I'm really enjoying some of their books. Hadn't looked into any of the indie authors, but one of them I wanted to share with you, and I think some people will enjoy, and wanted to let you know if it's really been an entertaining read for me. This one, if you can see it, I don't know if you can, seeing as it is on Kindle. See if I can get it in the camera there. Can you see that? It's called Taming Jack, and it is by Beverly Hollywood, and she also has one out called Loving Jack, and it is a romance story, and right now I'm in the middle of reading the second book. So far they have been really good. Some of the other authors that I have read and have enjoyed has been H.M. Ward, and she does Secrets and Lies, Damaged. She has done, let's see, what was some of the other ones I've read of hers I've really enjoyed. Stripped was one of them. And I think she's got Life Before Damaged out, 1 through 4. The 5th one should be coming out soon. Another one I have read has been Lori Foster. I like her books. One of the last ones that I read of hers was No Limits, and I have enjoyed some of those. You can actually find videos of her books on YouTube. Some of the others that I have purchased is Angel on My Shoulder. I haven't read all of it yet, but I'm in process of reading that. I have also read Annie. That's from an independent author. Another one, and his name's Mark Mackey. Another one that I have read some of the others I have read has been through Sylvia Day. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about Gideon Cross, and Captivated by You was the last one that she put out in that series. And so far, I've really enjoyed that. Just some of the ones that have influenced me. I've also read some of Karen Kingsbury. I like hers. I have read 50 Shades of Grey. And that seems to be one of the big things that are out right now. And like other people, yes, I am anticipating going to see this movie. I hope that it's as good as the book. Uh, sometimes we are disappointed in what we see in theaters compared to what we have in our imagination from these books. Um, would I like to see my books and some of the others that I've read go into a movie series? Yes, I would. I would like to see some of them uh, on the big screen. It would be quite interesting to see those and how they would work out. As for mine, Standing in the Eye of the Storm and Stilling the Thunder are both about abused people. One from the time that he was a child, one I believe he was around 4 years old without looking back into my notes. The second book deals with him and what happened to him during his childhood. The first book deals with his girlfriend and what she went through as a teenager. The third book that I'm working on now is called Fire Chaser. It's about a fireman at the Baltimore Fire and Rescue. And it's about him and who was his girlfriend 7 years prior, that she walked away a week before their wedding. And it was because of her domineering father and what he was capable of doing and destroying people. I think that you'll enjoy those. If you've read them, I would appreciate you going online to Amazon or Goodreads or any place that actually carries the book and doing a review. It does help me with my writing. It helps with sales. It helps to get the word out. Also, on some of these other authors, especially the indie authors that are with me, Julie Poole and Mackie and Beverly, I would like to see you pick some of their books up and leave reviews for them. It would certainly help them. Also, CJ Austin has books out. You can find all the authors from Titan on their website at Titan Publishing. There is a list of their authors. All of them have excellent books. I don't think you would be disappointed in any of them, and I think you would enjoy seeing those authors' books on Amazon to see them grow. Just leave them a note. Let them know that you've enjoyed their reads, and I'm sure they will appreciate it. For now, I'm Teresa Arrowwood, and I thank you for listening. Good night, everybody.